Welcome to the Business Growth Podcast. Today I'm here with Leandro, the fractional CFO of Eightx. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit more. What do you guys do at Eightx?
We provide fractional CFO services and also bookkeeping services. Basically, we like to see ourselves as the financial partners of mainly CPG e-commerce companies, and we help executing and also developing the strategy of the company.
Okay, cool. And what would you say is like the main thing when you guys start working with a new client that you guys look for? What's one of the first things you usually do with a new client?
Usually what we try to do is give the client clarity when it comes to reporting, get things organized. The main stage where we start with the company is when they're trying to get to the next level. So growing seems easy, it's not. So we try to help them understand what decisions they need to make based on data, not based on a gut feeling. And that's where we usually start, by understanding the key variables of the business, creating dashboards, scorecards.
Mm-hmm. And what would you say is often like the most common thing that you see with your clients that hold them back from going to that next level?
Understanding the numbers. For us, every time I look at the P&L or a balance sheet, what I typically say is that the numbers are telling me a story. Just by looking at a P&L or a balance sheet, I can probably easier than you, or a non-financial guy. The P&L is telling me that there are issues, there are problems, there are opportunities. So by creating these scorecards or dashboards, or even understanding what are the levers that we need to pull, is when you understand what are the decisions that you need to make to get to that next level. We need to invest more in marketing. We need to do it. And when I say we need to invest more, it's not throw money to the system. We need to do it in a clever way, in a profitable way. So that's when we step in and say, okay, these are the targets that we're going to try to aim for, and this is the performance that we're going to expect.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay. And then I know when we spoke previously, you said team building was something that's really important for you, and building the team, retaining people. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I think that one of the struggles nowadays with these new generations is how to keep them motivated, how to retain them, and how to make work a fun place, between quotes, because I know that we come here to work, but at the same time, it doesn't have to feel like an obligation. I wake up every day and I come to work with a happy face, trying to do my best and enjoy what I'm doing. So one of the things that we also help them understand is, and again, by looking at our benchmark, what's that percentage of payroll that you need to have based on your revenue? Are you paying less than the average market? What are the things that maybe we can do from a team perspective to create different types of compensations? When do we need to start hiring people to anticipate that growth that we're budgeting? So it's not only about selling more and that's it.
Right. So then let's say if the business grows really quickly, and you've got some founding employees with that kind of percentage, you said you guys look at, do you then advise them to increase revenue of some of these founding employees as well, or what does that kind of look like?
Depends on the situation and the company, even on the goals of the CEO. One of the first questions that I ask is, what do you want to do with this business? Where do you want to get it? Do you want to exit? Do you want to grow it? What's the legacy that you want to leave behind?
Yeah.
So every company, it's a different world, and that's when we are good at adjusting to their needs.
Yeah, and that's so true though. Like employee retention is so important because the cost of finding someone new, training
Totally.
them up, and then maybe they're not a good fit. It's just so much headache. So if you can find the right person initially and then keep them as long as possible,
Yeah,
yeah,
there's a famous quote that says, "Hire fast, fire faster." Uh, of course, it makes sense because you don't want to spend time and money training someone that you know it's not going to be good for your company. But at the same time, sometimes uh, it's not about the person that I'm hiring not good for the role. I've seen cases where we need to look inside and say, okay, if I hire 10 people and from the last 10 people that I hire, 5 or 6 left me, I need to look inside and say, okay, what am I doing wrong? Why are they leaving me? Because another famous quote is, people don't leave jobs, they leave bosses or people.
yeah, yeah. That's a good one. And then what are some of like the initiatives that you guys have to help improve employee retention?
Uh, First, we just by making things organized, by creating a clear path, you're giving the whole company clarity on what the North Star is. So usually, when companies are small, everything is a bit more chaotic. You didn't know how you got there, but you got there. So just by uh, creating goals, short-term goals, long-term goals, having a budget, telling them this is what you can spend, what you cannot spend. These are your rocks for the Q1, Q2. That already is creating a different culture in the company because they know why they need to do things, and I think that's one of the most important things. When people understand why they're doing what they're doing, automatically it creates a different thing.
Mm. And it adds like more meaning to their task as well, as opposed to
Exactly.
just
If I come to work and
going.
I have to do 3 Excel files and I need to, I don't know, answer 2 emails a day, I come home, I do that, and that's it. Whereas if I'm doing 3 Excels, but I know that those 3 Excels are going to go to a certain people, create some impact, drive change or something, uh, I can also add value to the things that I'm doing because I know the downstream what's going to happen with the work that I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. One thing I also like to do is like having conversations with them and saying like, how are you feeling about the business? Do you feel fulfilled with what you're doing? Do you enjoy what you're doing?
Totally.
What's like the next step? What's their goal as well? And then seeing how can I support
And
them
align.
with yeah, because sometimes it could also be they come in at one role and then they want to keep growing. They've got tired of that role, and then they're a really good worker and they're really good at learning things, and then you switch them into another role. So, yeah, that's also one of the things that I've done. Not
100%.
just keeping them at one role if they have ambition to go as well, and trying to
Yeah,
align.
and sometimes maybe what you find is that they don't have that ambition. They don't need to keep growing, and they're happy where they are. And I've also seen times where you promote that person because you want to give them something else because they're good, and the reality is that they didn't want to be promoted. They were happy where they were, and maybe the motivation is keep them there and find different things to
Yeah,
to
yeah,
to keep them motivated.
yeah. Sometimes they don't want like the extra work and extra pressure from,
Of course,
yeah, being
and
promoted.
it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, yeah, everyone's different. And then, so tell me a little bit more. What's some of the goals for 8x for the rest of the year?
We're creating a lot of new tools and a lot of new things. We're full speed with AI, trying to automatize as many things as we can. With these new things that Claude put in the market, it's things are moving really quickly, and I think that the more you try to adapt to this new scenario with AI, the less possibilities you have to get left behind, because I think that nowadays the thing that everyone needs to be working in is AI, and I think that that's our main goal for this year. Also, try to put new services for our clients out there. Try to reach out to more clients, maybe even expand on the different industries that we're working. So it's not only about e-commerce or CPG companies, but also other types of industries, to try to help as many people as we can. That's our I know it sounds cliche, but really we really enjoy helping companies grow.
Hmm. Nice, that's good. And then, so you said utilize AI more. What is like? Is there like any specific projects that you guys are working on that you're looking to implement AI
We're
more into it?
creating automatization tools. We're creating agents. We're trying to find ways to do more things in less time. It's amazing how things that maybe before took, I don't know, 1-2 days, now you can have them in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And also, if you need to run a scan of I don't know, a P&L or a multiple thousands transactions, you can leave an agent working on that during the night, and you wake up the next morning and you have all the report ready, all the analysis ready. So I think that's what we're trying to create.
Hmm.
Different tools, automatizations, agents, different ways of variance analysis, and I think that the main difference is have everything ready in a fraction of a time.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the cool thing is the agents, they don't get sick, they don't
Well,
quit, they can work 24/7.
yeah,
So yeah, it's pretty
I know
powerful.
it's really powerful. It sounds a bit, um, how would I say it? I know that we're not trying to create things to fire people. Uh, I think that now it's the time to find ways to uh, improve uh, the team that we have, uh, to make them more powerful, in the sense of, okay, before I needed you to work 8 hours full speed to give me 3 analyses. Now I know that you can give me way more things, better things, and in reality is you can have different agents that are helping you. So you become a sort of a manager of your agents, reviewing what they are doing for you. And the reality is that if you're good at what you're doing, uh, there's no. I'm not going to let you go just because I have AI.
Hmm. Yeah, I kind of view it as using AI to do the boring tasks, where like the tasks
Totally.
that you just have to do, it's like the same task, you have to do it every single day, and it's just so repetitive and it's really boring. Now the cool thing is you just get AI to do those things, and you can focus on more like the high level critical thinking, outside the box thinking type activities, which is generally what most people want to do more of rather than the boring repetitive stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then I know when we spoke previously, you said you guys have some like growth goals for the rest of the year. You said you were doing some strong advertising as well. Can you tell us a little bit more about
Yeah,
that?
we started a couple of months ago to advertise a bit more. We have a different website now. We're creating a new thing that's still confidential, but we're going to launch another website uh, for a different project that we're working on. Uh, we're trying to increase our pipeline, increase also our capacity, because even though uh, we have AI, I can only serve a certain amount of clients. I don't, or at least we think that because of the quality of our service, we don't see ourselves of a company that I have 25 clients and I talk to them once in a while. I know I have a max capacity because the type of service that I want to give. So we also have in our backlog hiring more people that can help us reach out to more clients. So having more fractional CFOs that can help other companies.
Yeah. Okay. And then so you said in terms of marketing, you're building the new website and other new website. Is there anything else that you guys are doing in terms of marketing activities?
No, we changed a lot our SEO strategy, doing ads on different kinds of sites, of magazines, to I would say that the one of the things that we're going to try to do this year is to expand the type of companies that we're trying to serve, so that we can aim for, I don't know, the real estate companies, SaaS companies, any other company that it's not in the e-commerce world, because you can, I mean, definitely each company has its own particular things, but when it comes to finance, at the end of the day is how you can make more money, be in a healthy way, grow. I know I'm usually the bad guy, and I see myself as a guardian of the cash flow. So I think we have what any company need to grow, regardless the industry they're working on.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. I know we're starting to run out of time here. It's gone pretty quick. How about let's finish on what are some of like the biggest lessons that you've learned in business and being like the CEO?
Ooh, I think that the main lesson that I've learned over my experience is learn how to say no. And I think it applies to both our professional life and our personal lives. It's really important to understand the value of our time. And by saying no, I don't mean I don't want to do it, I don't like you, or it's just I need to prioritize. And I think that's probably one of the most important things that I've learned. And the other thing is, it's not always about sales. I think that sometimes I feel like some people think that the only solution is add more sales to the system. If we sell more, we're going to succeed. If we sell more, we're going to have money. If we sell more, and usually it's not only about that. The main challenge that I typically find is grow, but do it in a healthy way. Do it in an intelligent way. Not just go for a loan, throw money in the system and see if it works. Sometimes I even made more money, of course, at the beginning, because it's not, and also do it in a sustainable way. I have one good example of a company that they were doing like $5 million a year, but they were losing money. And when I started with them, I'm like, first, let's solve the cash situation and why are we losing money when we're selling $5 million? And the following year, they sold $4.2 million, and anyone could say, oh, you're doing something wrong because you sold more. But they actually made $500,000 on that $4.2 million revenue. When you look at the full picture and not only the top line number, you realize that unless this is something that we're doing not for the money, every company's first goal is be profitable. After that is when you start thinking about growth, when you start thinking about many other things. But the first thing is, what do we need to do to be profitable?
Yeah, that's so true. And you can be making a lot of sales, but if you're not making profit, then you're kind of just spinning money, basically.
Exactly. It's rolling over debt, is living by the day to see how you survive the next day, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, It's been great having you on the show. Where can people go to learn a little bit more about you and what you guys do?
Thank you. Sorry, you asked me something.
So where can people go to
Oh, where?
learn
Sorry, I didn't understand.
8x?
You can find us at eightx.co, and you can find me on LinkedIn. Look for my name on LinkedIn. Also, you can find Matt Putra's LinkedIn file, and you'll find us on Instagram also. So yeah, we're in the our main social media, of course, is LinkedIn. Then we have Instagram, and then our website, which is eightx.co.
Well, I'll include those links in the show notes below. I appreciate you coming on. You guys have been listening to the Business Growth Podcast. Until next time, keep growing.
Thanks a lot.